Sure. So whenever it comes down to taxes, you want to make sure that you know the tax rate. But the other part that is not really discussed, and we can get into the tax rate after this, but the other part that's not discussed is what's called an assessed value. So an assessed value is, for example, for the property that you're interested in is in Harris County. Harris County is going to go out and send what's called an appraiser to go drive by the neighborhood every single year, and the appraiser is going to come back with a report for each individual property, and they're going to say, this is what I believe this home is, their value is the value of the home, and that value that appraiser comes back with times the tax rate, the percentage rate, that's what you're paying in taxes. So is your purchase price, does it play into it? A little bit, because some of the data that they use to come up with the opinion of value, some of that data comes from the sales prices generally in that neighborhood. So it's tough to say that the taxes don't make sense, because they kind of do. Now, how do you avoid paying taxes that are higher? Well, typically we'll see higher taxes on newer communities. Why? Because some of the bonds, some of these type of financial structures that are used to get the funds to pay for you to have water in that community, for example, those are paid down over time. So the older neighborhoods, not only were they charging lower rates back then, but some of these bonds are paid down, so now you have a lower tax rate. So the newer communities, yes, you're going to see high 3s, maybe even low 4% rate. In the older communities that are the ones that I was recommending, those are going to be in the 2s. And if for whatever crazy reason you decide to move out of the suburbs into areas near the north, like Spring, Cleveland, these parts of the Houston metro, those are actually 1.8, between 1.8 and 2.2. Even on new construction, you might be paying 2.5, right? So it's location specific. That tax rate is location specific, but the assessed value, the process is pretty much the same, but it's not based on your purchase price. Now, I mentioned that there's an appraiser that comes out and gives that opinion of value to the county. That's not the same appraiser that went out and gave the opinion of value for your mortgage, and we can talk about that.